Hey guys, father and son RC here. We've got the Stevo, the mini e-revo up on the healing bench, and he's got a failed steering servo. So you may have seen the short, but basically, I'll go over it. What happens is, that's it. That's what we get. I tried to turn them on. It tried to center the steering, and didn't even turn it. Now it won't go on. Oh, there it goes. It's on. So let's see. Do we have throttle? We've got throttle. But then as soon as we try to steer, hold on, I can't do this one-handed. Right, so as soon as we tried to steer, it just totally like locked up. I mean, it's like it slams on the brakes, and the ESC just turns off. So turn it back on. Oh, it seemed to turn back on. All right. There, I just tried steering, and nothing. So pretty weird failure. But we got a new servo we're going to drop in there, and hopefully it works. I already cut it open. I already plugged it in. And when this one's plugged in, it'll steer, throttle, everything. So it's all good with this one, but somehow whatever's going on with that servo, as soon as you try to steer, it just causes the whole thing to lock up. Sometimes you can't even power it back on. You got to undo the power connector, then reconnect this, then turn this back on, and then it gives you crazy faults, and you really don't know where the fault is coming from. But in this case, it's a steering servo. So I'm going to get this thing hooked up, and we'll show you that, steering works once this one's hooked up and that one is no longer connected. Okay, so I have the new servo plugged in. I've got the car powered up. We've got a nice steady green light on the ESC. We've got a nice steady light on the receiver, which I pulled out so that you can see it. I connected this wire, and we can't see it because I got a shadow. Where are we? There we go. So I disconnected the servo, that's the steering servo that's in the car. That's that connector that you see over there. And I got the new steering servo connected. It's not installed, but it's connected, right? And so we've got throttle response, and it steers fine. Well, the wheels aren't going to turn because it's not connected to anything, but the point is I can steer. If I could do this one-handed, I can apply steering inputs, and the whole thing doesn't lock up on me and freak out. And the little light stays on there, the little light stays on there, and it's happy with the new servo. So I don't know what happened to the old servo, but definitely a servo failure, and it just makes everything freak out. Like the throttle freaks out. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why a steering servo causes those issues. And you'd think that there'd be a way to sort of isolate that better so that people don't go replacing receivers and ESCs and all kinds of other stuff. But the way I diagnosed it is I actually just disconnected this thing and, ran it, and the throttle would work and so forth. I obviously didn't have any steering, but it wasn't cutting out and wasn't shutting down. So I said, well, what the heck? I guess I'll buy a new servo, which was like $45 because I got the metal geared servo. I don't know if you can read that. Whatever the part number is. Where's the part number? There we go. Has that even got the part number on it? And, oh, yeah. It's the TRA2080X. So, Metal Gear Mini Servo. So we'll get that installed, and we should be good to go in terms of steering, in terms of running. Then we got to do the clicky diff repair. That'll be a separate video. We've got this Amazon, what brand is this? Hops Up RC, aluminum rear diff. I got the rear and the front diff. I got a new diff and pinion, spiral bevel cut gears or whatever, also hops up. And then these front and rear skid plates in aluminum from Hops Up. Totally different anodizing in blue, right? Nothing but the finest from Hops Up, clearly. I haven't seen any videos on whether these Hops Up aluminum diff housings are any good, or if that combination with this diff and spiral cut gears is going to keep the clicking away for any period of time, but I figured I'd try it. So we'll let you know how that goes in a separate video. Like and subscribe.